Our brain. Our brain is amazing. Our brain can process 74 gigabytes of information every day. That's equivalent to watching 16 movies or scrolling TikTok for 200,000 hours. That's a lot of TikTok. With this huge amount of information, we are making decisions, we are making choices. Sometimes small, sometimes big, sometimes easy, sometimes difficult. We are constantly making decisions. So, how do we do that? Well, the easy ones are, of course, easy. Things like, what do we eat for lunch? Shall I block this person on social media? Do I wear blue or gray suit today? It doesn't really matter. But there are some hard ones. There are some difficult questions that we have to answer. And these are difficult because they are life changing. Things like choosing your life partner. Is he really the one? Or choosing to move to another country. Can I survive there? Or choosing to change job. Is the grass really greener on the other side? These are the difficult questions. The one that make you think twice before deciding. The one that makes you think very, very hard before making that decision. And sometimes you overanalyze until you are paralyzed. And more often than not, you are asking this question, what if it all goes wrong? And very rarely do we ask, what if it goes right? So I'm a medical doctor, but I'm not your typical doctor. I don't see patients anymore, and I'm very active on social media. I write a lot about my success stories. But what you don't know is that I too have made many difficult life decisions. And the hardest one has to be when I decided to quit medicine. After 8 years of working, I decided that I don't want to be a doctor anymore. I had enough. I was actually bored. I was bored with my work. Every day is just the same. The same type of patients who are sick but don't want to take their medication. It's all very boring. And on top of that, I also was having problem with the life and death decision making that I had to do every time I stopped a resuscitation. So there's always this question in my head. Did I do the right thing by stopping that, by letting that patient die? So everyone told me I'm making a huge mistake when I quit. But I was ready. I wanted to start a new life. So I decided to walk away from medicine. I walked away from 13 years of medical training and I joined the pharmaceutical industry. Was it scary? Of course I was scared because I was giving away a stable career progression to join an industry that I know not very much about. No safety net, no guarantee, only my gut feeling telling me that I will be okay. But the first year was not so okay. It was brutal. It was very hard. I had to learn a lot of things. I was a newbie again. I was a new joiner. I was a beginner. But it was the beginning of something amazing for me. When I moved over to pharma industry, I didn't expect I would still be in the industry 20 years later, that I would thrive and climb the career ladder through many of the top pharmaceutical companies in the world, giving me the chance to travel everywhere and also to live in Germany and in the US. This incredible journey would not have been possible if I didn't make that courageous move to jump to the pharmaceutical industry. The next big decision that I had to make was when I had a job offer from Germany. And you might be thinking, what's the big deal, right? It's only Germany. But at that time, I was already living in England for 20 years. I went to school there, university there, I grew up there. Most of my adult life was there. So all my friends were there. So therefore, moving to Germany was not attractive. I know nothing about Germany. I don't know the language. I have no friends there whatsoever. But somehow I saw the opportunity that this job can bring me. So I took the job. So 20 years after living in England, I said, auf Wiedersehen to English weather, fish and chips, and all my London friends to start a new life in Germany. But new life in Germany also was not easy because they all speak German only. So it was really tough in the beginning, hardly any English. So I had to learn German very fast so that I can assimilate into the country, assimilate into the culture, and to my work as well. After 4 years of working, suddenly I had a nice surprise from my boss. My boss asked me, do you want to work in America? And he didn't have to ask me twice. Of course, I said yes. I said yes, thank you very much. So I moved to New York City, and for 2 years, it was the best time of my life, living and working in one of the best cities in the world, New York. And it was an experience, again, because I made a courageous move. I made that big jump to move to Germany when I know nobody there, when I know nothing about Germany. From New York, I had to make another difficult choice to come back to Malaysia. I left my high-paying job in New York, taking a huge pay cut, 75% pay cut. Repeat that, 75% pay cut to move back to Malaysia to be closer to my mom. Financially, made no sense whatsoever, but it was a risk that I was willing to take. And again, when I came back to Malaysia, it was not easy because I thought I can assimilate into the local culture very fast. I am a Malaysian, but I realized I've been away for so long, for 27 years, that I knew nothing about the local working culture. I didn't realize how important lunch break is to Malaysians. But I survived. I also now take long lunch breaks. And I enjoy being Malaysian again. When I came back to Malaysia, initially it was tough. But what I did was what happened afterward is it opened new, exciting, unexpected opportunities for me. Because when I came back, I saw that Malaysians, in Malaysia, we have a lot of young, talented individuals who are as good, maybe even better than the international peers. But they have two problems. They don't know how to promote themselves. And because of that, they lack the visibility. It's not because that they don't have the skill. It's just because of our culture that we are promoting humility. We don't like people who talk, who brag about their work and all that. So that's what I wanted to change. I want to make sure that Malaysians are ready to compete with the global workforce. So I started first with my own team. So I focused on maximizing their performance, improving their personal image, and then increasing their exposure to the right people in the organization so that they are ready for that job promotion. As a manager, I am so proud that 6 of my team are already working in England, in Germany, and in Australia, and they are doing well in their respective roles currently. So their success motivated me, so I want to do more. It became my mission that I want to help every Malaysian get a better job. And that's when I started writing on LinkedIn. I started sharing real, honest career advice about how to improve their career. No AI, no jargon, all my real world experience. And to my surprise, the response was just incredible. I got so many views, so many likes, so many new followers who are here today. And I got many messages saying that how much my career advisor helped them in their own career. And that motivated me even more to start doing something physical. I created these career training workshops, and I called it Career Autobahn. If you didn't know what Autobahn is the highway in Germany. And what's unique, why is it famous? It's because there is no speed limit on the Autobahn. You can actually drive as fast as you can. You can actually drive as fast as you dare because the police won't stop you. And I want people to understand, I chose this name because your career also has no limit. It is up to you to decide what you want to do, what you want to achieve, how fast you want to climb the career ladder, because there is no limit. I have trained hundreds of people already, and there are already many success stories that I've heard from them. And I'm very happy that I've been a part of them, and it was only possible because I decided to come back to Malaysia, even though financially it didn't make sense. So what have I learned? What have I learned from all these career decisions that I made? The first one is that it is scary. It is scary not knowing what your future is. It's scary when no one can tell you whether you will succeed or not. It's the fear of the unknown. It's as if you're jumping into the deep blue ocean and you don't know what's waiting underneath. You don't know what kind of creatures is lurking under the surface. So the fear is real. But fear is also a state of mind, meaning that you can control it, you can change it into something positive. So I changed it into excitement. My fear became my excitement. I was excited to discover about pharmaceutical industry. What are they actually doing? What kind of drugs are they really selling? I was excited about moving to Germany. I wanted to learn about the country. I want to learn about the language. I want to know what are those funny vowels with the two dots at the top is all about. I was excited to learn new things. The second thing that I learned is that the discomfort that you feel is only temporary. Of course, there'll be a lot of problems, a lot of discomfort, challenges, and all that. That's part and parcel of it. But it will go away, provided that you make the effort to find the solution to that. You try to solve the problem. Like when I moved to pharma industry, I took a diploma in pharmaceutical medicine because I want to learn about the industry faster. When I moved to Germany, I took private German lessons because I want to learn the language faster. So make your own effort to make the problem go away. And the third thing I learned is about the growth. What you can achieve is simply unimaginable. Like when I moved to pharma industry, I have no expectation that I would have a wonderful 20-year career. When I moved to Germany, I didn't expect that one day my boss will ask me, do you want to work in the US? And when I came back to Malaysia, I didn't expect that. I would be a Gen Z and be active on social media and start creating content. And that one day, when I'm walking out in the shopping mall, someone would stop me and ask me, are you Dr. Az? It is just unthinkable. So what should you do? What should you do when you are faced in the same situation? You have a big decision to make. What should you do? I want you to stop doing what you've always been doing. Don't wait. Don't hesitate. Don't analyze until you're paralyzed. And don't keep asking, what if it all goes wrong? Instead, ask yourself, why not? I'm happy that I asked myself that question. Why not when I was faced with that big decisions? Because if I didn't quit medicine, I wouldn't have had my global career. If I didn't move to Germany, I wouldn't have been living in New York City. And if I didn't come back to Malaysia, I wouldn't have been caring for my mom. I wouldn't have discovered LinkedIn and find this new mission. And if I didn't start sharing online, for sure, for definite, I would not be standing here today. Two roads diverge in the wood, and I took the one less traveled by, and that has made all the difference. Thank you.